All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the San Francisco 49ers. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Ready, we're ready, we're ready. All day, every day, any day.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And an alley to run. With a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Blue down, blue down.
All right, 57 colors, 57 colors.
Shoot.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
45, Mike, 45. All day, pump. 45's the Mike, 45's the Mike. All day, just like that, just like that.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 31, Ryan flushed out right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
Hey, 25! 20!
On first down, it's Freeman. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. Gets it off to Freeman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 49ers' 11-yard line.
Sean, ready, 280. 50 to mark. Got it.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Hey, look, 3. Hey, free players. 51, down. Get out.
On 3rd down, Ryan escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Quan Alexander make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Slam.
Grace don't travel. SOS.
Kill. Take it.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the Falcons' 25-yard line.
Out. Check 52.
Here's Breida. He's got the first down inside the 10. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but Right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Here's Ryan. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Check 11.
Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Yellow. On the line, right? Check 45 to Mike.
In your face.
50, yellow. Check out. Hey, blue dot Porter.
On 1st down, here's Breida. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Ryan eluding the pressure right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
This is Breida. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, But most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
45 the mic. I got him.
Banjo.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things.
Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now it's Breida. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Yellow. Arsenal 80.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. I got it. 45's the mic. That's right, man. That's right.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Yellow.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
We got it. Check 26. 15. Attack. Hey, 43, 15.
No. Check. Pick the edge. Come. Kill.
Yellow.
Kill.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action now. Ryan steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're...
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7, forthcoming. A gain of 3, second down. They run again with Breida. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's get it. Let's go.
Yellow.
45 the mic.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken around the 12. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Now Hausch could attack on the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Yellow, go on, Eddie.
45. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Yellow.
Buzz. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Come on.
Here we go. Finish the game.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Get off the field.
Yellow, yellow.
44. I got you. I got you.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Check 45.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And an alley to run. Got some room at the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
22, check Auburn. Flare. Safe. Motion. 45's the mic. 45's the mic.
You ain't going nowhere.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Color.
And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run for it with Breida, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Ready.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the attempt at three will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
45's the mic. 45's the mic.
Come on, boy.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This will be fielded at the 17. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Falcons on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Ryan. Caught by Jones. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes against the quarterback.
Well, is that a spot, though, where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody or not necessarily?
Has to, because with that amount of time coming from the free safety position, someone should break open.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Hey, South. Bravo.
Here it comes.
Gun.
Slam.
Now Ryan. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run with Breida. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Yellow. On the line.
Go. Wide. Get wide.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I'm coming after you.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Out. 64, weak. Check your hot read. Check 3.
15.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And Gold is able to put it through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Back to the air. Ryan after the pick 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Ryan. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Ryan. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
What you got? Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Hey, Ripley. 10. Under 10. 10. H3 218. Chopper.
Now a give to Breida. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
at the 39-yard line.